Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited today. I have this amazing guest with me, Angelina Kardash. This is Kristin Gutierrez. Thank you so much for joining this live podcast show. Angelina, why don't you say hi? And then I'm going to, if it's okay with you, introduce you to everybody who might be watching.
Hi, Kristen. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Okay, no, because I am so excited to be here with you. Like, I know you were once a high flying exec in Silicon Valley, and now, more importantly, you're a champion of wealth and health, or you're a champion of health and wellness, right? But you probably don't know that her journey to wellness started with a twist. Picture this: Angelina, mid her corporate triumphs, faced an unexpected adversary, pain, stress, burnout. Then came a life altering moment, a serious autoimmune disease diagnosis. The unexpected steered her into a path of just like reevaluating everything. So she dove headfirst into holistic health science, behavioral psychology, and neuroscience, hungry for solutions. The knowledge she uncovered not only reversed her autoimmune condition, I cannot wait to hear about this, but also brought her to a level of health and vitality that she hadn't dreamed of. Fueled by her transformative journey, Angelina founded Five Senses Optimal Health. She gets to hustle. She gets to help. She gets the hustle of demanding careers, and her mission is clear: equip busy professionals, entrepreneurs, influencers, and those navigating hectic lives with the tools to conquer their health in midlife and beyond. Her approach is fun. It tackles things like aging, stress, burnout, sleep woes, weight gain. Hello. And her teachings really unlock the tools to peak physical and mental performance, guiding individuals through midlife with a promise of vitality, resilience, and a renewed sense of well being. Okay, this is amazing because Angelina, I know ever since I got a chance to speak with you, I'm just like, holy cow, teach me your way. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I don't know, how do you say we get this thing started?
Thanks, Kristen. That was amazing introduction. Yeah, so no, I mean you covered it. You got it. So I mean, you're just welcome to ask me whatever you think. I mean, would
Yeah.
be interesting for your audience.
I want to start with the elephant in the room for me is what was the autoimmune disease?
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
know it's like it's plot twist, but like I genuinely, this isn't
yeah.
for me.
Yeah. So I was struggling with health issues all my life. So I'm 50 right now. And I've struggled with health issues since I was about 35 years old. So I already was climbing, this corporate ladder. And at that time, I was a single mom raising a child. I don't have any relatives here. I'm immigrant. I mean, I live here in States over 30 years, but I'm an immigrant. So, I mean, I don't have family. So it was just basically me raising my child alone and being in a corporate. So imagine, I mean, you've come from corporate as well, right? So I mean, tremendous stress, right? So the burnout, it's a different culture than entrepreneurial world. Absolutely different culture. Would you agree with that, by the way?
Oh, it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, we don't know how to have fun in corporate, right? Because we're
Yes.
constantly clocking in, clocking out, and stressed out,
Yes.
whether it's Teams or Slack or any other type of communication on the day to day. Like, am I allowed to even get up from my desk to have lunch? Like, let alone take my dog on a walk, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
those things, while they sound
Yeah, yeah.
stressful,
Well, I mean, I worked in the large corporations and, in a startup. So, I mean, I had amazing teams and I had amazing mentors, like in corporate. Again, the, culture was different, from one corporate to another corporate. But anyway, like just to come back to my story, I was not feeling well. So again, on top of the stress and burnout, I've experienced this, aches like, all over my body. So it was even hard for me to go on hikes, with my friends and my boyfriend of that time. And it was just, so, and then, I mean, I experienced, migraines and, the gut issue. So it was just 1001 symptom. And finally, one of my friends, I mean, she referred me to this renowned Stanford doctor, and she finally diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And I said, okay, finally, I have a diagnosis. So, okay, so we're going to get it under control. She prescribed me, a lot of medications, right? So antidepressants. So I've got into that. And my symptoms actually got worse. So nothing has helped, right? Because I mean, she prescribed just painkillers, right? And I didn't know anything about wellness and health at that time. So, and then, fast forward at age 42, I was happily married again, and I gave a birth to my amazing youngest daughter. And 2 months after, that happened, that's pretty late in the game. So I was diagnosed with incurable liver autoimmune disease, and my conventional doctor told me, Angelina, we need to get you onto serious medications, otherwise you will need a liver transplant like in 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Kristen couldn't believe that. I mean, my world just collapsed that day. But something inside of me, told me, okay, no, this is not your story. This is not your story. So what I did, research the profiles of people. I still have this, in my database on my computer, who overcame like serious illnesses, autoimmune diseases, even cancers. And what it was fascinating what I found, that everyone talked about inflammation in the body. They
Yeah.
all talked about, like a holistic approach. They all talked about anti-inflammatory diets, nutrition, even, like some maybe fasting modalities, like toxins, right? So like getting your gut health under control, managing your hormones. So and basically those people, they recovered even from fourth-stage cancer. I was, whoa, is this possible? And then I discovered, so I was on this journey for last 8 years,
Mhm.
just, to research. I even finished holistic school. I finished lifestyle medicine, so certified in that. And what I've learned was, fascinating. What I've learned, that we have this amazing
Wait,
ability.
let's not talk about yet. Tell me that. Let me just like add some
Yeah,
for my friends and community that are watching,
yeah.
right? Because so many of us, whether we have these autoimmune issues, whether we personally or our family have been impacted by crazy health things like my mom personally and the fibromyalgia. I think like if you're watching, wave at us that this is resonating, this like problem that Angelina was having. I always said if I were to get cancer, which is just even a bad thing to say, but that I would want to be somebody who cured it with the natural pathway. But like that's hard, right? To even like, oh, if you're going to cure your cancer that way, why not just start doing and living that? And so I know you've already taken 8 years and lots of dollars and hours to kind of get there, but it's so interesting for people just sit in that for a second because I know we talk about the hell and the heaven, and like this is the hard side of it is hard, right? So what made you, and then you'll tell us kind of how you started to fix it, but like what was the breaking point for you? I mean, the liver, the diagnosis, right? Like take us to there and then tell us again,
Yeah,
like
because again, I mean, I've told you that I've struggled with that for many years. And conventional medicine, I was running from doctor to doctor, conventional doctors,
yeah.
and they basically just giving me another medicine, another medicine. So for this part of the body, I had migraines, so they sent me to migraine doctors. Okay, so I have like a gut issue, they send me to gastroenterologist. No one looked at me as a whole, right? So like no
Mhm.
one. So and yeah, so they treat symptoms. Okay, you have that symptoms, I send you to this doctor, and actually this doctor will prescribe a medication which will not solve your problem. It will be a band-aid, right? To
Right.
like for you to feel better and maybe mask some symptoms. But no one has actually told me the root cause. And again, this fibromyalgia thing, oh, Angelina, I mean, you need to get onto, this anti-inflammatory painkillers and antidepressant. I was on opioids. Can you imagine that? I
100%. My
couldn't.
mother. Yes, I physically can. I don't know if other people can, but like you are speaking my innate love language, which is why I find it so fascinating to talk to you because I'm like, What are the keys? Like, I can't wait to hear what you're about to tell us because I know you have keys figured out, which are going to help all of us, whether we are impacted by this personally or within our family, or we're just curious to like what is a better path. But not to interrupt you, yes, I physically know the pain of that. And then like all of like I can't, don't even get me started. Like all the drugs on top of drugs on top of drugs on top of drugs simply to take care of, what did you say, like the symptoms, not treat the root cause.
Yes, yes. And I just, on top of that, and also, I mean, how I looked, I mean, my face was all puffy. I call it cortisol face, right? So, I mean, if you see my pictures, I show that during my events, how I looked in my 30s versus, look now, I look much more younger than in my, 30s. And I was 60 pounds, like
You
overweight. So it just, just basically, and by the way, I, tell people that basically you're being overweight, this is just a result of your health, right? Because
yeah.
I mean, I meet with a lot of people in the first question. I mean, I deal with women who are, have extra pounds and they tell me that they're absolutely healthy. And an opposite, I tell them that this is just a result of your health. So once we get your health under control, so you're going to be releasing, your weight and your fat and burn your fat very easily, right?
Yay.
So
Help us, help us. Okay, I'm done interrupting you. What else do you have? Like, tell us more about your story.
yeah, yeah. So like when that happened, so I mean, and again, I mean, I was trying different modality and on a way of healing, I discovered this fascinating fasting clinic in Santa Rosa. And I spent 15 days on this clinic doing the water fast. And this is where I first was introduced and learned a lot of holistic modalities. I mean, I was still in corporate, going through this. And I was even posting, I had my kind of diary of 15 days. I mean, how did I go, through that experience? And once I did 15 days of water fast, my results were amazing. So my liver enzymes, were improved dramatically. And, this holistic doctor told me, Angelina, I mean, you have a lot in front of you, but I mean, you're going to get this under control. So, I mean, he gave me hope instead of, all those conventional doctors, right? So, and then I've learned about epigenetics. Have you heard, Kristin, about epigenetics?
No,
No?
I'm like
Okay.
wanting to Google it right now. So tell us.
I'll tell you what is that, because this is just was the breaking point for me believing in the power of our body to heal itself. So, we were, giving genes, right? So, I mean, we adopt genes from our parents, right? And usually we hear the story that we inherit those genes, from our parents, and it's inevitable that we're going to get the same illnesses, right? But what if I tell you this is all wrong? This is a myth. Because what basically there is a thing called epigenome that sits on top of your DNA. Okay, it's like this piano player that can play beautiful melodies. Okay, it can play some, ragtime, it can play Mozart, it can play Beethoven, and those melodies will change based on basically your lifestyle. So you have a power to, express epigenome in a different way so that we can turn off bad genes and turn on good genes. And when I learned about that, I was fascinated. So that's what's happening. This is why those people, getting healed. And
Mm,
this is just amazing. That gave me so much hope. And again, I mean, I see it every day, with my clients and with my personal story. So that's the first thing, to understand. So we have this, our bodies get this beautiful ability to heal itself. I mean, what our bodies, were giving us by God, right? So, and we have this fascinating algorithm that actually makes us, heal itself if we taking care of our temple.
good.
Does this resonate with anyone here?
Yes, yes, yes. Tell us more.
All right, all right. So again, I mean, like in my way of teaching, right? So I mean, I'm actually getting down to the cellular level. So like, because what is it, Kristen, let me ask you something. What is the tiniest particle of our body?
Is it Adams?
Cell, right?
Okay.
The cell.
I failed science.
So this is
It's a
just the
cell.
cell. So
Good.
cells, they, like they have like a so many functions. So, and again, I mean, when our cells are healthy, it
Mm.
means that they can get good nutrients in and waste out. this is where, because we get, I mean, our body can function only when we get the mineral, nutrients, vitamins, all the nutrition, right? Instead of what we can process that, we can actually absorb it, right?
Mhm.
So, and then we can get the waste out. This is the proper functioning of the body. This is when our body is healthy. When our cells are inflamed, and imagine, there is a circle, it's a cell, and cell has like this membrane that's kind of the cover, and this membrane can be inflamed, and once the cell gets inflamed, they cannot get good nutrients in and bad toxins out. And this is where the inflammation, the cellular inflammation, comes into place. I teach a lot about that, down to the scientific level. So how does it work? I mean, like, the biochemistry and everything. But this is just, the main principle. So basically, to get well, we need to fix ourselves. This is so easy, right?
Oh,
So
it's easy.
it's
Tell
easy. We
us.
just need to fix ourselves. We want to make sure that, we have, the healthy mind brain. The cell has produced the ATP. ATP is the energy that needs for, our cells to function. So we can have energy in the morning when we wake up, right? So, and we feel amazing. And we can do it with, like basically, I call it cell rejuvenation kind of formula.
Okay, so what happened was a lot of internal real body-based sicknesses that you couldn't cure just by simply being prescribed one medication after another to mask your various symptoms that you were gathering. And ultimately, this led you down an 8-year path to getting certified, learning, and ultimately teaching others how to heal ourselves from the inside out. Is that
Right. Yes. Yes. You got it. You got
That's
it.
amazing. Okay, so what do you do? What do
Oh,
you do now that this is like what you do?
yeah. Well, I help people in the different formats, right? So, I mean, I have a very simple process, basically. It's I call it, like a four-step process. So, I mean, first thing, I mean, we assess you. So we need to see, your point A. So where you are right now. And, we do it from not from the conventional medicine perspective. And I have a partner. I mean, she's a functional doctor, who, by the way, she was, on the billboard, in New York. So for her achievements. And so she's practicing surgeon. I mean, she is like multi-states, certified. So we partner with her in that. So, I mean, and kind of, so we assess, first of all, we assess where you are from the functional perspective and from the cellular perspective, right? So, because, I mean, the cellular perspective, that basically, helps you to find out if you have a cellular inflammation. So we have like special tests that does it. But anyway, so we need to start somewhere because we're all different. So we need to see where you are in your life, right? So where you are, what you're dealing with. And then there is, like I call it cell rejuvenation formula. So we do it through the, nutritional protocols. We do it through the cellular detoxification. Toxins play a huge role in our cellular toxicity and cellular inflammation. And I mean, I just teach, just separate master classes on that about, cellular inflammation coming from toxins. Because, and these days, they start talking about it in a Congress if you follow what's going on, right? So like Dr. Casey, I mean, she's a Stanford doctor who was a surgeon, and she left the corporate like world, from became an ex-surgeon to teaching people about what we're talking about here. And finally, they have this conversation in Congress because our food chain is completely toxic here in
Oh yeah.
states, only here. So it's so horrible what's happening up. So
Um,
this is why, I mean, we teach all that, and I tell how to, get rid of toxins, but at the cellular level, not at
yeah,
the, at the cellular level.
yeah.
And then there is a process. So, and you do that, through, many different practice. Stress is very important. That's another culprit of your health. So you need to know how to manage stress, your emotions, your emotional intelligence. And again, I mean, there are so many different modalities. So we kind of take you through the lifestyle, but how do you know that basically this lifestyle, what you're changing, it's gonna impact your health? This is where, and I love, because I come from tech, biofeedback comes in play. So like all those, amazing devices that can help us to see inside of your body. So you can see how that changes. So oh my gosh, my blood glucose, spikes changes because blood sugar is number one that actually is preventing you from losing weight, right? So, this is something I teach a lot about blood glucose spikes and how for us to stay young and healthy, we need to flatten our blood glucose spikes, period. So
Fascinating.
biofeedback, so you see how you changing and transforming, right, in the process, and then making adjustments because we got all different. This is why there is no one solution that fits all. None
Yeah.
exists. We need to see how our body reacts to the changes, right? So, and this is with supplements. This is, with, all this, like a protocols, proper exercise, an exercise protocol, not just going to gym and doing that. No, it should be smart. Again, anti-aging. I'm focused on anti-aging. So at the end, I love calling it, like a vital, sexy you or vital, ageless you system, because this is what it is. This is how you get looking 10 plus years younger. This is how you wake up in the morning full of energy. This is how you lose, like a 30, 40 pounds of weight, like in 2 months easily, once you start tackling all that and like and seeing what's happening inside of your body and just making progress with small steps, with just small
So
steps.
if I understand, and maybe I missed one, but it sounds like there's three steps. There's like an analysis and
It's
then
assessment, yes,
assessment, a
assessment, and then
diagnosis.
it's a formula, we call it, cell rejuvenation formula, right? And then it's a biofeedback that, you see how you're transforming, right? So it can help you to modify, right, your protocol. And basically we call it biofeedback, right? So and basically, the last step, it's the basically to see your final picture, so okay, did you get the result that you want? Do we need to get another step, like a forward? Because this is just the beauty. Once people get the first thing under control, let's say weight, oh my gosh, they heal themselves, they get energy, they lose weight. Okay, the next step, okay, do I want to focus more on, more cell rejuvenation so I can actually turn back my aging process? And then we could go on and on. So it's improvement. So what are the next step for the next level of improvement? Does it
Love
make
it.
sense?
Makes so much sense. And I'm like so excited and I have so many questions, but what can we do next? Like if people are like me and they're like, yes, sign me up. I
Yeah.
don't even know what I'm signing up for, but like, where are people going?
Yes. So I teach different events, probably like 2 to 3 events a month. So if you go to angelinakardash.com and click on the free training, you will basically see what's the current masterclass. So usually it's on Saturday. Actually, this Saturday I'm teaching the masterclass. I'm just, inviting everyone to hang out with me for a couple of hours, with your morning coffee, your morning tea, whatever is that for you, have some healthy snack and just participate, like it's a conversation. It's not me just teaching you. So it's sort of the party, when, people come and learn and ask questions and get coached just, on the spot. It's absolutely free, absolutely free. So this is my passion, just to teach people and give them information so they can start. So basically, once they learn this on the masterclass, that they go and next day they can start basically changing their life right away because they take a lot of practical tools that they can start changing their life.
Sign me up. I will be not Saturday, but I will be there. I will be there. And I cannot wait to learn more about you. I really am like so grateful to have you in my orbit now because not only for myself, but I have a 4-year-old that eats nothing but junk. And like we're well aware of what's happening. And I pray every day that it's a phase, short-lived, but it's already been almost 4 years. So really, that's a whole conversation for a different day. But
Yes, we can definitely have this conversation, the full conversation, just, focusing on kids, but
yeah,
basically, it's not our fault because they're poisoning us and they have scientists who put this bad stuff in the food. So our kids become addictive because
yeah.
those companies, they were,
So
first they belonged to tobacco companies. So that happened in 70s when they basically bought all those food companies. So this is horrible. That's another conversation. Call me up. I'll coach you on that. So you know where
But
to
that's why I'm so, I mean, I'm so interested, like genuinely in your topic. Cause to me, this isn't another get skinny fast or scheme, or like, it's not like it really feels like you said, a holistic lifetime vitality type thing. And as women in my orbit, especially women, right? I'm sure you help men too, but it is women in my orbit as we're approaching perimenopause and menopause. It really is something that, like, oh, we can't even drink. My girlfriends were sitting on this couch this weekend. We're like, we can't even really drink wine right now because it's affecting us differently. So not only how do we bandage that, everything seems to be a band-aid. Like, we're looking for actual, like, how we know it's going to be hard, but it's also going to be hard when, if we can't walk, or right, if we get a debilitating disease. So how do we just fix the hard now at the root and have a chance to live the most amazing second half, best half of our life? So
well,
I'm not even kidding. I love this topic.
well said, Kristin. And basically, what you're becoming the CEO of your own health. I call it that way. And you creating the health legacy for your whole family. Because we do not, I like saying, we do not adopt genes from our parents, we adopt the lifestyle. So we want our kids to adopt our lifestyle so they can continue this, legacy in their family and raise healthy kids. And as you said, like a lot of people dealing, in a premenopause and menopause years. And also, I mean, hormonal changes, also happens for men, not just for women, right? So, but there is so much that goes down. And again, I mean, if you come to one of my master classes, I will teach you how the hormone plays a huge role, right? And basically in this, in cellular processes and, cellular inflammation. So this is just the answer right there, what I'm, giving you, because at any age, weight loss, if this is your primary goal, it could be so easy if you
I
start,
would say
if you're
easy.
doing this, if you're getting your health under control with, like the proper
Yeah.
protocols. But well said. Yeah, our body starts to degenerate, start age 30, and we need to take care of us right now. And this is again, I mean, like what you want to become 10 years from now
Mhm.
will affect how you need to train, what you need to eat today. So again, I mean, that's a whole different conversation, but well said.
Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So I'm going to drop the link below so that's very easy for everybody to find you and your resources and your next masterclass. Thank you so much for going live with me and sharing part of your story and then sharing some solutions. And I cannot wait. I just urge everybody, like, check out Angelina and join one of her masterclass and tell her Kristin sent you, and hopefully I'll see you there.
Yes. Thanks for having me, Kristin.
Thanks. Bye.